Hi everyone, it's Thursday afternoon and I wanted to go live just to share a story of an experience I've had this week. If you've been following my posts, you will know that I'm currently travelling around Spain and France a bit, and this week I'm in the Pyrenees. And this was a fabulous opportunity to put some of my some of the theory to test on how well I can cope with being in a situation that causes me fear. So the area that I'm in is really well known for a sport called canyoning. And canyoning is basically where you climb up a river or up a mountain, so you reach a higher part of the water source, and then you basically abseil, body toboggan, climb, scramble or walk down the waterfall and follow the stream back down. And I did this with my two daughters, and it was really quite hot, all in wetsuits and waterproof booties and trainers with all our equipment and a harness. And we were walking along a ledge, and I had no idea what was going to be around the corner. And I was like, no, I can be calm. I can do this. I could feel my tension and my pulse starting to rise like it does when I'm in a stressful situation. And we got to a part where we were clipped on, and we'd been clipping ourselves and going along. And he's like, well, don't look down yet, because that's where we're going. And of course, I did look down, and the second I looked down, it was like, again, when time goes really slowly. And I remember this when I was going bungee jumping about 20, 30 years ago, standing on the edge of the bungee jump, waiting to go, and feeling like my whole life was flashing past my eyes. Or when I was waiting to go skydiving and sitting on the edge of the plane, even though somebody else was tied, I was tied onto them, the fear. And that memory, those memories just came flooding back really, really fast. And I looked down and I was like, you kidding me? You think I'm going to jump off that? And it was just so far down. I was like, it's absolutely no way. And I could feel that sick feeling in my tummy. My heart was racing. And then I realized that actually we weren't going to be jumping down. We were just going to be abseiling down. And the contrast between the thought of abseiling 25 meters and jumping 25 meters was so extreme that I was able to really get a grip on my fear. And that's what I wanted to talk about, really, the fear. And I read a post earlier on in the week where the writer said that a really good acronym to remember fear is a false evidence appearing real. And that's definitely what happened. The fear that I was feeling was definitely false evidence appearing real. My mind believed that I was going to jump and that therefore it needed to protect me. And it was totally and utterly untrue. I was completely and utterly safe. And as I stood there getting ready to abseil down, which is something that I haven't done for very, very many years, and definitely not 25 meters down a waterfall with slippery stones, I just put my trust in the guide. I put my trust in the equipment. I went back to my breathing and I really centered myself. And I have to say, I whizzed down there. I was really, really proud of what I accomplished. And the water was absolutely freezing at the bottom. The wetsuit helped, but it was really, really amazing to be down there in the water and to have achieved that. And the rest of the canyoning experience, which took about 2 to 3 hours, was absolutely awesome. It was such fun. It was really invigorating. And what I wanted to really say today on this post was that there are so many times in life when fear stops us dead in our tracks. It stops us from wanting to reach for our goals. And if you can remember in those moments that fear is just your mind telling you to be safe, and trying to keep you in your comfort zone. And what would the person who doesn't have that fear do? And if you trust the environment that you're in and the people that you're with and the tools that you've been given, and you trust yourself, then you can really, really accomplish anything. And I think having an example of just a sporting situation like this is really interesting, because it actually applies in many, many aspects of our lives. I was talking to a wonderful young lady yesterday over Zoom, who wants to set up an amazing business that has the capacity to like really change things where she lives. And when we were discussing what was stopping her from moving that forward, it was fear of failure. She didn't want to fail in something that meant such a lot to her. And when we discussed that, it was her fear of failure, and she understood where that fear was coming from. Wow, the transition in the energy was absolutely awesome. She was unstoppable, and she just was going to get off that call with me and just go and make a change and put that fear behind her and go for it. You could just feel the energy pulsating off her through the computer screen. It was completely and utterly awesome. So that's just what I wanted to share today, that fear holds us back. It is there for a reason. But when you realize that, and you can connect with yourself and notice where that fear is coming from, and then you tell yourself that fear doesn't need to be there, then you really can be unstoppable and you can accomplish anything. So just wanted to share that with you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will be back again next week. Bye.